Hey everyone! We are so excited to see all of you guys coming in. And we, as you guys join, are going to play a little new open. And yes, we are back to our old setup. We'll explain all of that in just a few minutes. If you guys don't know, my name is Ken. This is Sean. And together
Howdy.
we are Ken's Creations Chalk Couture. If you don't know what Chalk Couture is, we are a high-end DIY home decor company that makes DIY easy. Literally, you place a transfer, you put some paste on it, you peel it up, and you get perfect results in just seconds. Now, you can experience Chalk Couture 3 different ways. The first way is to shop our amazing site. So when you go to our site, you can hit shop, take a look at our transfers, our Chalkology paste, our Chalkology ink. We even have surfaces and organizational tools. Now, all you have to do is hop over to our webpage, which is chalkcouture.com/Ken's Creations. If our little photo is in the upper right-hand corner, you can search under Ken, select us as a designer, and start shopping. Now, you can experience Chalk Couture a second way. That's Club Couture. It is truly the hippest club in town. You can subscribe and get an exclusive B-size transfer, 3 coordinated paste singles, so much more, $4.95 shipping. All you have to do is head over to our website, hit Club Couture, scroll down, and just hit sign up now. And this month is so pretty. We're going to be using it tonight. Now, of course, you can also join our team as a designer. You, for just $99, can earn up to 40% off all of your product, and you get the ability to sell our product or hold workshops or have a team. Now, if you want to sign up, you just go to our website, become a designer, make sure it says Ken's Creations. That's way you know you are signing up under us. There is some frequently asked questions that have some great information, so take a peek at all of those. Hit join now and you're good to go.
By subscribing to this channel and hitting that bell icon. Make sure to get all alerts by choosing all. Also, go into your YouTube settings and turn on your notifications. Be the first to know when we go live. Make sure to like our page, hit the follow button, and set it to see first and all notifications on. If you're on your mobile device, you can do the same thing there by looking up our Facebook page, hitting that like button, selecting the follow option. Make sure your notifications are on, see first, and you can even edit notification settings to make sure the standard notifications apply.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our Facebook and YouTube channel. So we are always evolving, we're always changing, we're always taking feedback, and the feedback from you guys was very overwhelming that you miss our old setup. So we're not going to try to reinvent the wheel. We are back to broadcasting both on Facebook and YouTube. We are trying to figure out a way for you guys to get alerts, and this might be through a text message. We're trying to find a right service. So this way we can send a text out like a half hour before with the links and say, hey, this is where we're at. Now our setup does look a little different, and the main difference is Sean is actually off camera, but he is still here.
I'm here. Hello.
So it is better for him to be off camera so he can get all of your guys' questions answered, and he can do all of the camera movement and not feel kind of in this little tiny corner. So we will still be trying to go live on Instagram and TikTok every once in a while, but we're going to go back to YouTube, Facebook, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got overwhelming feedback, emails, and we really appreciate you guys doing that. So as you saw in our opening there is amazing time to join Chalk Couture. It is a brand new quarter. We have a new catalog coming out April 15th, and we finally have our April Club Couture transfer. Now, Club Couture and a designer is the only way you can get this exclusive transfer. And this transfer is so freaking cute. It is called What If You Fly. I love this transfer. It comes with sentiments. It also comes with this nice line for the birds to sit on. I think it's really, really cute, and we're going to be using this today. Now, if you have any questions about joining Chalk Couture or how to experience Chalk Couture, please, 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 ask the questions. We'll get you an answer. Sometimes if the comments are going by so quick, we might answer after the live or tomorrow. That's Sean's new job. He's in charge of all comments and getting people their information, aren't you?
That's me. Yes, indeed.
Yes, we've been reorganizing the whole business, haven't we? And it has been nonstop craziness in a good way. And we have 3 puppies here today. So Hades is here, and oh my gosh, it's craziness. All right, so let's dive right in. I wanted to use this transfer as soon as I got it. And my good friend, Sage Roberts, she's Vintage Charm Creations, did a project that I'm getting a little bit of inspiration from. That was my starting point. But we are going to be using this transfer, and we're going to be using the wings transfer. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the new starter kit did launch. I will say, I forgot to also tell you guys, if you're a Club Couture member, I'm so not used to, it's going back to our whole groove. Club Couture members, don't forget, this month you get $10 off every $100 order. Now, let me clarify that. It is $10 off a $100 order. You can use that as many times during the month, but you cannot double up in one order, meaning if you spend $200, you're only going to get the $10 off. As a new designer, OMG, you guys have so many promotions. You get a mystery retired B-size transfer in your starter kit for $99. And existing designers, if you sponsor 5 new team members and they remit 100 PV, and you go to ChalkCon, you get a special prize and a ribbon. And I'm all about the ribbon, Sean. All about the ribbon, right? Ribbons are all right. So, all right. So one last thing before we start, I just want to thank everyone for allowing us to spread our own wings and try all the new lives and see what we liked, what we didn't like. We've been going back and reviewing the video and editing it. And even though we really do like some of the angles and stuff, we really miss this overall high quality of what Ecamm gives us. It's just, you can't beat it. So, all right. Are we ready, Sean?
I think so.
Let's do it.
All right.
So, I started with this. I just go to Habitat for Humanity and I buy their cover doors because they're like sometimes $1 or $2. They're not very expensive, super cheap, and we're gonna have to make it a trip because I think we're down to just a few left. Here's the original color, ooh la la, and then I just use 2 different colors. I don't actually ever use this paint, so this one I think is just called Carbon, and this one is called, I don't know if this one's called Primitive. So I just
Primitive?
Primitive?
Is that what she's called it? Oh yeah, okay.
How dare you?
I just know it's not a thing. It's like, that's kind of an odd name for a color. Ooh, look what you got.
Nerd clusters.
Nerd clusters.
Kim, what's already out of stock again? I'm
Wings.
so sad. Of
Wings.
course they
Somebody's
are.
wanting to know if wings are in. No.
They'll come back though.
Yep.
Don't worry. All right. So we've allowed this to dry, and let me show you some of the other pieces we're using. This is our circle from our basic shapes. In the pack, you get 4 of them. You get 2 of the circles, 2 of the squares, and they are 6 inches. But I want an offset, and I wanted it a bigger piece of wood. And I got this at the Dollar Tree of all places, I think. Maybe not. I don't remember. Where did we get this?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But it's a tier, you can see. And I just took the bottom tray out, and we're going to be utilizing that. Also in this project, I'm going to be using some trim. This is Would You Bend? So it does bend, but it's pretty flat. And then I'm using this really heavy duty twine. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Now here is the fun thing. This is already done. I'm actually keeping this color, and I'm actually keeping this color because it matches so perfectly with this. But I do want to distress it. So that's where we're going to start.
Dion thinks it came from Target.
Oh, she's right.
Yep. Thank you, Dion.
She is. That was in the bullseye.
Yes.
I need to go up there more often. Okay, I'm going to get some butcher paper.
Butcher paper.
So, if you guys have crafty friends out there that need to experience Chalk Couture and want to join our team, we are here. I'm telling you what, we did last YouTube Wednesday, we did a look back at our first videos of Chalk Couture, and I think it was that video that really made me and Sean go, okay, what do we want to do? Because we wanted to do Insta, we wanted to do TikTok, but then it dawned on us that we miss YouTube and Facebook. And not saying we're not going to do Instagram and TikTok, because let's be honest, on Friday, TikTok, I can drink. So, but kind of missed it. All right, so I'm going to grab some, I'll just use the same colors I've been kind of playing with here to do some distressing on here. Now, when I do distressing, I just grab cheap, sorry. I'm going to use some of these.
French tip brush.
Yeah, where's my, oh, here it is. Okay. We don't really need to do too much distressing. So I'm going to start with my black, which will match this board. This paint is pretty thick, so I am going to, oh, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to dry brush. So what I mean by dry brush is I just take a little bit of paint, get the extra off, and you can see how much paint this grabs, and we really do not need that much. And then I'm going to, anyone that is like a stamper will know what this is. This is basically called inking your edges, I guess, is what people usually call it. Now you can just do a nice all the way around, and then we're going to take a baby wipe and bring it into the center. So you can distress it as much as your little heart desires, but we're kind of going for a grungy look on this angel. So we got word that TalkCon is on, which is very exciting, and it's in Nashville. And we also got word that the puppies, for those that don't know, we're getting a boy puppy in about 7 weeks now, and the mama had a C-section.
She did.
Because they were afraid one of the baby's things were compromised, right, Sean?
That's right. But it all went very well. And then when she woke up, she knew exactly who her babies were.
Oh, I've been sharing it in our McChess Manor group, so if you want to see the puppies, that's where we've been sharing it. So I'm just going around like a spoke on a wheel, and we're just highlighting this. And right now it looks pretty dark, but we are going to lighten that up.
Sorry.
Is Cece climbing all over you?
No. Sorry, my overhead camera kind of went kablooey. Sorry, 1 second.
It went kablooey?
Yes.
Well, we haven't used eCam in a while, so I'm...
There we go.
There we go.
It was unlocked, so...
So if you are on Facebook, we would love it if you sprinkled this everywhere. And if you're on YouTube, make sure to add it to your playlist so you can come back to it. So we can see we have a nice kind of distress. I'm going to grab a little bit more over here. And we're just going to hit all of these sides. Just like so. Okay. And now we're going to dry that a little bit. It's pretty dry because we dry brushed it, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'm going to get a different color. I want a color that matches more of this. So, Jonathan, I think I'll do... Ooh, this is kind of an in-between color. I think I'm going to do this and lighten it just a scotch. Now, what do you think? What does the Shawnee think?
Oh, this is the part where I'm not very good at.
Oh! You're not very good at things?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I found one.
You found one. Nice.
Okay, so this is Dixie Belle. This stuff, I will let you know, is pretty thick. So you're going to want to water it down. Hi, Mr. Hades. Or is that Cece? No, that's Hades. Look how dark he is. He is gorgeous. Okay. Same thing again. I'm just going to very slowly go around this and distress this. And it's going to start covering up that black, which is what we want. We want to lighten this, and we're going to be adding multiple layers. I just wanted it a little bit on the distress side is all.
All Things Crafty has a quick thing for you.
Sure.
She says, Kenny, you got to try the short-handled chip brushes I use for dry brushing. Game changer.
Ooh, where are you getting them at?
Yes, where do you get them?
We would love to hear about that. I love dry brushing, so bring it on. Okay, so we're going to also get our sides. You guys, I am so excited for ChalkCon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't understand. Like, I never thought about going to events when I joined Chalk Tour. I wasn't, like, going to go to leadership and stuff. And then I did. And it's like, it's a reset for me. So I'm so excited because ChalkCon is like a party. And I run around like crazy.
Big party.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We love it.
Okay, so I don't really need to dry this because it's drying pretty quick because we dry brush it. But I am just going to keep adding a little bit more, and then we're going to lighten it up even more with adding a little bit of white on top of this. But we do want to dry it really good before we do that.
I would like to know who's here, who's planning on going.
Ooh.
That would be nice to know. Who's planning on going to ChalkCon?
They haven't really, they've said that we're having it, but they haven't really, like, I don't think they've really said much, really.
No, they haven't. But that will be coming. I know Christine said, yes.
Oh. It adds so many layers having this C word, but this weekend we have our second shot. Hides.
Kim Burleson says she's going. Robin Reed says she's going. All Things Crafty said she's going.
Yes! Oh, this makes me so happy. Okay, so this here, all I do is take a Dollar Tree brush or Home Depot really cheap brush. This was a 1-inch, and then I cut it at the end, and it gives me the ability to kind of do this like streaky look. And then we're gonna take a baby wipe and blend that in a little. So once you have it on, we can take a baby wipe. Doesn't have to be very wet, and we're just going to lighten that up. And we're going to do this a few times. I don't want the harsh lines, but I do kind of want that lighter flecks of white. And you can already really see how much this distressing adds to the depth of the board. This part of it will be kind of hidden, so I'm not as...
Beth Fitzgibbon says, can anyone go?
ChalkCon is for designers. So if you are a designer, yes.
Yes.
I'm going to come up here real quick. I got this question yesterday, and it's a very good question. People have been asking, between your hairdryer and the quick dry tool, what is your say? You really kind of need both. The quick dry tool, which is our new dry tool, which I actually really love. It's not meant for drying paint or things like this. It will dry our paste really good. So I still do use a hairdryer to dry my, what am I thinking? My paint.
Yeah. All Things Crafty says she will,
Hi, All Things Crafty.
She will send you a couple brushes.
Yay, where'd you get them at?
Plaid.
Oh, Plaid's awesome.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff.
Yeah. Do you know who All Things Crafty is, Sean? I'm going to put you on the spot.
I know her face so well, I just can't think names. I'm
You
horrible
shipped her,
with names.
you shipped her something today. Or yesterday. She was in artwork with her. She's on our team. She has 2 different last names, and you always get confused.
Oh, this would be Brenda.
Nope.
No, wait. That's not Brenda.
Starts with an M. Let's see.
Melissa.
Yay! He always is like, I can't find this person. He said, Sean, deep breaths. Deep breath, Shawnee. All right, we are going to keep distressing, but you can kind of see. Let's just kind of turn it over. The difference.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dry it, and we'll add just a few more layers, and we'll be done. Okay, so this last layer, I'm going to add this color, which is my lightest, almost, it's not white, but it's pretty close.
Buttercream.
Yeah, and I am going to water down the wood, not the paint. And I'm going to take a brush, actually I'll just take a baby wipe, and just kind of slowly, because this wood is absorbent big time.
Yep.
There we go. So I just am going to keep adding this. I don't want it to look like a sand dollar, but in a way I want it to, because I'm going to be using almost the color of almost camel, which is an in vogue color we don't have anymore, but that's kind of the color I want to use. Ooh, maybe I'll use golden hour. Well, I'll have to see. Are the dogs crawling all over you, Sean?
I didn't. Well, she was almost hitting your Lego set here.
Ooh, see, we do not hit my daddy's Lego set.
We are not splitting the videos anymore. We're just going to stick with what we've done in the past. So if you're used to this before, we're back at it.
Yeah, we might not do picture-in-picture and stuff just because we do still want the ability to edit and Jazzy. So we all redefine kind of our roles here. So Jazzy is more in charge of YouTube content and stuff. Sean's in charge of, I guess, customer service, satisfaction, emails. Jazzy's on vacation this week, though, so we were a little behind today. Not in a bad way. It was.
We're good to go.
She's in Seaside?
Seaside.
And that's why we have Mr. Hayes.
Yes.
Okay, we got it exactly where I want it. You can see the difference there now. I just want to add just a scotch more distressing. I shouldn't have to put a lot in here. Now, you can distress, I don't know if you know this, but you can distress using our inks. It will stain the wood really nice. So if you have some black velvet ink, it works really good.
Do I have a second to take them out? I think they want to go outside.
Sure, go for it.
Let's go outside, guys.
Go potty. There they go. Little crazy heads. They are so cute. But we actually are going to be getting another one of our puppies over the weekend to watch while their family goes on a trip. So we're going to have back to 4 Goldens. We have not had 4 Goldens since Toby died. So it'll be interesting, huh, Shawnee?
I know it will be.
Okay, if you get it too much in one spot, don't worry. Just grab your baby wipe. Just like that. And then we're going to just pull it down. Get that really cool dark distress. Dry it. One last, we're done, Sean.
All right.
What are you thinking about this whole having 4 dogs again, Sean?
Going to sleep might be a little difficult because we don't know because we've never had Penny Lane before. So
this is our first time with Miss Penny Lane.
Yeah. I was okay last night. I think.
I don't even know where Hades slept.
I think Hades was basically down at my feet.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, I think so. And then usually if I get up to fix the window and stuff at night, she then gets up and then she sits leans right up against me, and it's usually so hot.
Who?
Sierra.
Oh, she loves cuddling with you at night. It is, I will say, to Sean's point, it does get warm in that room with all of those dogs.
Yeah, pretty soon I have to start breaking out another air conditioner for the room itself.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna just hit my edges here. We'll move on to the next thing.
So far, the nights are still good. They're
What?
still cool enough.
Yeah.
I can have just a fan to blow it out, but
He's so funny because he usually runs cold and he's always telling me like, oh, you need to put on a jacket. It's cold out and stuff. But then at night, he likes it freezing in our room. Which is hilarious because he didn't used to always be that way. Okay.
So Melissa's asking, did you show me the full-size cordless Dyson? That's what we have, right? Or is it a different type? Or is there an actual big one like our big one, but it's cordless?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The cordless. So Melissa's asking, have you showed me the cordless?
Oh, you could see it. You can log in and see it. She just shared it with us in our chat.
Oh.
But
I have not.
we love our cordless. Okay, so I'm just going around. I don't know if you guys can see the white.
Oh, yeah.
I am not adding any paint really, and I'm just trying to get the same pattern going around. Nice distress on the black, lighten it up. We're going to do the corners. And you can really see now kind of the color I'm going for. This kind of grayish. Yeah, we had the Dyson Animal always. And then we got the little one here to get my glitter. And then when we were over at our friend Teresa's house, she like always has to vacuum. Like her kitchen's all white. It's white floor, stone floor. I mean, it's white.
It's 24 by 24 glossy white tile.
Yeah, and so when her kiddos come in, you drop anything in there and you can see it. So every couple seconds you'll hear it. And she came in, she's like, look at this Dyson. I got it for Christmas. It's so awesome. And I was like, oh, that is kind of cool. Like, we should get something like that, Sean. And then we got one. And then Sean decided to clean it. He says, following the instructions. And it never came on again. Oh. Very sad, Sean.
It broke. And then they didn't have one to replace because we got it at Costco. And it's like...
Oh, that was because it was right after Christmas and they had just had like a sale of them. There was none.
It took what?
It took a while and we had to go back to our old upright. Oh.
That has a broken hose, which I had to
tape
The
struggle is real, guys. The struggle is real. Okay. What are we thinking, love?
This is pretty. I love it.
You like the distress? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this off to the side. We are now going to add. So these are going to be on each above and below. So we are going to paint this, but we're going to do a little bit of a different thing there. I'm going to move this so I can...
Need a new piece?
Or fold it in half. That's fine.
Grab.
Oh, yeah.
Pull it off. I'll fold it.
So we do want this to... So we're kind of going with a match of this. So you can kind of see the look we're going for. It's a little bit of a darker on that. So, and it's going to go on the board. And I think I'm going to distress these. We're going to use a couple of different things. Let me grab all my stuff. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is just put a base coat on it. And we are not trying to get great coverage. We kind of almost want a little bit of a dirtier look. So I'm just going to pounce it like so. Now the only thing I will say on this stuff, what I'm going to show you right now, I am going to spray directly on this wood. Just be careful with if you get wood, you Ben, because it is wood that's basically... Isn't it just wood that's kind of ground down?
It's kind of like a sawdust.
Yeah.
With a glue, which then once it is heated, allows it to bend.
Yeah. So it will absorb your water. So I just kind of want this water whitewash kind of look. So now I'm just going over it. Once again, we want it to not look perfect. I'm going to put that one up here. Grab this. We're going to do the same thing. was going to have all this prep for you guys, but our day got away from us. Because it has been... I even forgot it was Easter until last minute. So that's how busy we've been, which is a good thing.
Like, oh yeah, we have to go to your brother's.
I shouldn't say we were busy. We are definitely, you know, helping customers and stuff, but we are, how would you say it? We're reorganizing who does what in our business. Kinda, yeah.
It just, there's just, when you look at what we do, it's like there's aspects of that. There's a little this, a little this, a little this, and a little this, and it's just all ties into this, a lot of stuff, and you just have to figure out what needs to be done first. What do we need to do right away? What can be held off until maybe a little later? So it gets a little crazy after a while.
Well, and we also got a whiteboard, and I'm obsessed with it.
Your big whiteboard, yeah.
Because I'm a list person. Okay, so this is called Gemstone Mousse. Couple things on this I've noticed now that I've had it in my house for a while. It does dry out, so you might need to add a little bit of water, and a little goes a long way. I'm putting this just on a distress brush because I don't necessarily want to cover it in gold, but I want it to just highlight some of these spots.
So Beth asks, are your videos for advanced designers?
I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know. I think a lot of this is so easy to do.
Yeah, I don't consider myself advanced. I think Chalk Couture is so easy that anyone can do it. I do think, here's the deal on painting and stuff like this. This, and Sean can attest to it because he does the same thing. There's many times I'll tell Sean, hey, can you go prep a surface and do a dry brushing? And a year ago, he would have told me,
no way.
No way. But what's changed?
I can do it. I mean, I've watched you so many times. It's like easy peasy now.
It is. And there's really no right or wrong way to do it. Like,
no.
I think it's just getting comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people, just like Chalk Couture, if you mess up and you hate it, just paint over it.
Melissa says, my 5-year-old chalks like a pro.
Yep. That's what I love about it.
There's been 2-year-olds all the way up to 98-year-olds that do this.
I'm sure even more than 98. We don't know the... Okay, so I don't know if you can see the gold on that.
You can definitely see the difference. Let me see if I can zoom in.
So we don't want it overpowering. We are going to add another layer here, but just enough to make it pop. And then we're going to add a little bit of gold here in a sec. But we are going to add little, let's do, where's my light Dixie dirt? There it is. So I'm kind of going for this distressed look from the board. So we have Dixie dirt. I'm going to grab...
the stuff is like ash. It's so fine.
Yep.
I love how Kim says this, Bob Ross, happy little accidents, not mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
So true. Okay, so this is literally Dixie dirt is awesome. I'll show you here. Maybe Sean can zoom in here. I'm going to put a little bit of this color, which is sandbar, on this splat brush. And then I'm just going to highlight okay, you can use a ton of different stuff to put this stuff on. I just grab like something like this and I'll put it off to the side. It doesn't take a lot and we're just going to put it on to where it can get in those crevices. And as soon as this hits the paint and stuff, it pretty much dries stuff. So this, if you don't want to glaze per se, this is a great way to get a grungy look down in those crevices, which I love. And then we'll do one more layer on it and we will be good.
So, Andrea Alt. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
On the back wall, there is a project with large wings. What transfer did you use? The phrase "dream wings." Can't really see what it says. I hope this makes sense. So that So I'm going to go up to that camera. So it's that one right there, right here. This is actually, the wings themselves is one transfer, which is right here. And then the words and stuff is a whole nother transfer that we stuck on one of these here. And then we put some magnets on the back. We hot glued magnets because this board is a steel backing, and then we just put it right up there. So it's two of them together.
Kind of fun.
Kind of fun.
All right, let me get a little drinky of water.
Anita says, I watch your videos all the time, and I'm so on the fence to join your team, but I'm not a good crafter.
Ooh.
Anita,
okay.
Neither am I, but you'll be so surprised how
this stuff is so
easy to do.
I mean, there's a learning curve in the very beginning because you're new. You don't, but you'll see here, like, this project, the majority of my time is doing, like, this kind of, the prepping and the painting. When it comes to the actual Chalk Couture part, it's pretty easy.
Yep. Like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Because I am not crafty whatsoever.
And I will tell you, it is pretty interesting because I've done a lot of crafts in my days, Cricut, Silhouette, a ton of stuff. And very rarely, I mean, there's been times where Sean's like, oh, this is cool, or I like this. But when he got his hands on Chalk Couture, he loved it. In fact, because we don't do picture-in-picture, and we know you guys miss that, we hear ya, because we don't do that, what have we decided we are going to start doing every week?
We're going to have me do a actual project like I did last week.
He had so much fun.
A lot of fun.
And so many people were like, Sean, you should do this more often. And I said,
you should.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so we're just trying to get to match this.
Just don't know what day.
We don't know what day, and he does require a little bit of, he has to look at the catalog and get ideas. Okay, so we're just doing our final white on the top, and then I'm just going to brush it with a little bit of gold. And then that's pretty close. Do you think I need to add a little bit more black in there, or no?
I don't think so. I think I think it's fine. I think there's plenty of dark. It gives everything a nice. What's the word I'm thinking of? But you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Heidi's got it right here. Anita, I love doing one and done with Chalk Couture. It's super easy. Yeah, one color. Just boom, boom, done. If you can put a squeegee in your hand, boom, you're done. You got it, and it looks perfect. So Beth says, is there a reason for no picture-in-picture? There is, Beth. What we do is that if there's a picture up in the corner and we need to do editing for sped up stuff, we can't remove that picture-in-picture for the sped up ones, and it looks horrible when it's there. So that's why it's better for us not to be there.
So basically what Jazzy's been doing is she is going to be in charge of all of our content. So she basically is taking these videos after the fact, shortening them up, putting them on Instagram and TikTok. Because we realize that some people don't want to sit through an hour and a half, 2 hour lives. We get that. So, but we also, we want to share our love for chalk. So, she's been doing that. And she very politely said one time, Sean, I love you, but to edit you out of all of that takes forever. And he was like, well, but that's why we are doing having Sean come on once a week. So you guys get to still see Shawnee. I know you people love the Sean. I get it. All right. What are we thinking, love?
I'm liking this.
Okay. So, last little bit, we are going to add just, oops, got a little black on there. We are going to add just a little bit of gold highlighting. There we go. I'll dry.
Thank you, Kate, for answering that question.
Where'd my gold go? Okay, so this stuff, like I said, a little goes a long way. So what I do is I put it on the brush, and then I just go off to the side and very gently, and I don't want a ton of the gold to come out. I just want very minimal, but
some of this stuff can even be placed on with your finger. It's so cool.
Yeah, and if you don't brush it off like I'm doing, it's intense. But by brushing it off here, it almost, I don't want to say it's gilding wax, but it almost feels like where it gives it that nice wax. But it's going to give us this really nice, very minimal gold shine when it hits the light. I don't know if they can see it.
Let me see if I can zoom in even more here.
And you can see I'm not dipping it back in the gold. Now I'm just kind of really going over it and getting those highlights. And then I am going to grab this, pick up this last bit of gold, and we're just going to add this. Comes in, I think, 4
or 5 colors.
Yeah.
Leslie says we should have a segment of puppies too every week.
Oh, yeah. I do miss doing our puppy lives.
Well, we'll have a little bit when the little guy comes.
Yeah. We've been thinking of names.
Yeah. Have not come up with a name yet.
We've heard a ton we like. It's
Yes.
just... Okay.
Coming down to the nitty gritty.
All right. I'm going to go put these in the sink, Mr. Sean.
Okay. Are you going to wash or just put them in the sink?
Just put them in the sink.
Okay.
Do you want me to wash?
I can.
To show?
Go ahead.
Okay.
So when we do brushes and stuff, we have there, it's called the scrubby. Some of you guys already know what this is. It's a scrubby type of material that has soap in it. And then we just use our brush and go back and forth and get it all nice and soapy. And then it helps clean the brushes and kind of even, it has, I don't want to say an oil, but it really makes your hands soft. I don't know what it is, but it's really nice stuff. It is really great on cleaning all your brushes. So this is how we do that. It's hard to tell, but there is some soap in there. Can you flip that thing around on the other side real quick? Yeah, there you can see it orange. It's the orange flavor. They have an orange, a lemon lime, and lemon. And it's very fragrant, great with your hands. Get your stuff. There it is, scrubby. And that's the lemon lime one.
That's our last one.
Yeah, we got to order more. So Christine says, I feel like you're going to need to meet him also. We are planning on going up. They're about 30 minutes up north of where we are. We're like far south and they are far north. So we've got about a 30-minute drive or so to go see them. And they'd love to have people out to come and watch them. So we will be doing that here shortly. Maybe even doing a live. Who knows?
We did settle on getting a lighter one, though.
Yeah, we're going to go with a light puppy, not a dark one, even though the mom isn't really that dark. She is darker than Dad. Dad is almost, looks like he's almost a English cream.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Levi, and Mom is...
Maddie.
Maddie. No, not Maddie.
Yeah, it is.
Mandy.
Is it Mandy? I think it's Maddie.
There's an N in there, Mandy.
Oh.
Mandi.
Okay. This can all go off to the side.
Somebody's asking, Barb, where do you get those scrubbies?
So you can get them on Amazon. I get them on Dixie Belle's website.
Yep.
Because they always have them in stock. They work great for paintbrushes and
your hands.
And I love them. We gave them to our Club Couture members, I think 2 Happy Meals ago, and someone sent me it, and at first I was like, I don't quite get it. Now I can't live without it. Okay.
So Anne-Marie, there's your answer.
So we are going to put some twine on this, and I'm going to do pretty taunt on the twine, and I just use my Ryobi staple gun. So I usually go and put my first one in,
Jennifer Smith, I'm almost ready to become a designer, but for some reason I am nervous. Don't
Nervous
be
about
nervous
what?
becoming a designer. Don't be.
Oh, well, I mean, you could become a Club Couture member and try it out.
Yeah, you can do that.
We have a lot of Club Couture members that start off as, well, designers that start off as a Club Couture member just to try out the product. Because a Club Couture, you pay $19.99 a month. Mm-hmm. It's a 3-month commitment unless you decide to become a designer. That gets waived. And then you get to try it. And I can't really say publicly what we do for our Club Couture members because that's against compliance, but we spoil them. I actually had someone reach out to me and say, you know, Ken, I always get on the fence. Do I want to be a club member? Do you want to be a team member? Because, you know, you take so good care of your clubs. And I always tell people, it's not that one is different than the other. It's just what we provide them is different. Team is very much geared towards the business and helping them recruit and stuff. Where Club Couture is really for those people that is like, I really don't want to be a designer, but I want to be part of a community. I want to get some special perks, not only from Chalk Couture, but us.
Sure.
And I feel we do a pretty good job spoiling our club members.
Yep. Fatima is in here, and I know she's one of our club, and she'll always tell you, you spoil the heck out of them.
And Fatima used to be a designer, and that's what I love about our club is I have designers come to me all the time and say, Ken, I was really into it, but now I've lost my passion, or I'm just not crafting as much. What should I do? And I'm like, crafting should be fun. Don't let this stress you out. Okay, so here is the wing transfers, and we are going to cut these apart on wing transfers because there is this cut line. You don't have to. You could just cover that with a placement tape, but I want to get my wings pretty far from each other. Now, these wings, I cannot stress this enough. These wings are sticky right out of the package. My first set of wings, sadly, we ruined. Even though we fuzzed it and everything, it was sticky. So, a lot of people say, well, why would you want to fuzz a transfer? Because you want it to be sticky, don't you? Yes, but you don't want to ruin the transfer. And the reason we fuzz is not necessarily to fix it or to get it stronger here. It really is because when we lift the transfer, we don't want to stretch it. Okay. So I'm going to be putting this, or attempting to put this pretty much right about... So, another question we get all the time is, Ken, you just painted this cupboard, why didn't you wax? And really, waxing is going to be one of those things. Do you need to wax the surface? Really does depend on where you live, because we're fortunate, for the most part, we don't have to wax a lot of items, but I do know some of my friends that are designers back east or in Florida, they have to wax in between layers and stuff. So I always tell people, try it out. The only thing we've ever had to really wax has been like a cheap chalkboard that's like just...
So did you put a link in how to become a club member?
Yes.
So Christine, there's one down below in the description.
It'll say join our club, yeah.
Join our club, or like you said, you can also go to his website. Just make sure his picture is up in the upper right hand corner. Here it is right here.
Okay, so these are the colors we're kind of working with. But I don't want to do this, so I am going to do just bright white and a little bit of Shimmer Frost. Now, Shimmer Frost is our paste that has, we don't really know what's in it. I think it's mica powder, but, and I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. So what I do is I like to put on the white and finish with this, because if you put this on first and then the white, the shimmer won't be shabam, you know? So this is the new Creamy Dreamy. It's pretty nice. You get a little bit more time to work with it. What else would you say, Sean? You used it last week. What did you think?
It's very creamy, very dreamy. You don't have to press really hard if you're a heavy-handed person like he is. You really don't have to press hard, just enough to get it through that mesh. And a little bit goes a long way. It's really amazing. And just remove your excess like he's doing here.
Now, I will say the darker colors do tend to stain or transfers, but it does not impact your transfer and using it or using it multiple times. You just want to clean up both sides to get that extra paste out of the actual mesh part. That's what's important.
Yep.
Now, I love adding shimmer frost. Everyone's always like, we need more shimmer, you know, in all the colors. And I always tell people, always, if you want to add shimmer to any color, put your color down first and then go over it with the shimmer. And it adds just this nice little flake of... That's probably why my shimmer frost here is not as bright as it should be. Okay, so we are going to very, very slowly reveal this because it is a freshly painted board. We go straight up towards the ceiling.
Yep. While you're doing that, I'm going to answer Roxanne's question. Does Chuck Taylor have a shimmer frost ink?
They do not.
No, that's the only one that they did not do, but they do have, of course, shimmer gold, shimmer copper.
It's because, well, yeah.
Yeah, the colors that we are not made in-house, like the pastes are, the ink comes from a third-party company, and they don't have one. Could they make one? It's possible. They've got the gold and the copper and stuff, so it's possible. Yeah, frost ink would be beautiful. See if I can zoom into that. Maybe we can see the shimmer. Maybe if I move it around a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see that like little diamond dust in there. Should see all that.
Those dogs are being very good out there. I hope they're not.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. No, they've been usually pretty good. I haven't had any hole diggers yet. Every once in a while, she'll do one.
He is so excited, though, because guess what happened yesterday? Did you tell him why you're so excited?
What happened yesterday? Oh, yes.
We finally said, we're done. We don't even have time to pick up poop, so we hired a pooper scooper.
Called Scoop Troop.
Because Sean was out there one day, and he was like, I literally just picked up poop 2 days ago, and it's everywhere.
And it's everywhere already. Yeah.
How long did it take the girl to...
She was here maybe... I mean, we did a lot more than our first one after the snow melted.
Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah, that was really bad. The one you did. It was crazy. 20 minutes, I think.
Worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it. They'll come once a week.
Jazzy was like, I'm going in on this too because of Hades. And I was like,
yep.
You can, because once we have 4 dogs, it will be $80 a month.
Once the puppy comes, yeah, it'll be $80 a month.
Which I don't think's bad.
No, not really. Because more dogs you have. I mean, the puppy won't have a lot to go with until he gets older, but I need to ask, can you join as a hobbyist?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of people join just to get the 40% off.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we kind of did in the beginning. To get that 40% off, we joined as a designer. There is, requirements to maintain, but as a designer, but I have all of that information in the links below. I have all of that. Plus, you can reach out to us after the live, and myself or Sean can answer this for you. Mm-hmm. But there is a link down there that says join our team, and it has all the questions on, do I have to build a team? How much money can I make? All of those videos. Go clean this.
All right, we're going to go and watch him wash this. Hi, Miss Allie. So we're going to turn on the spray and get the bulky part. This is really important, especially with the dark colors. Because you don't want to, unless you're using a porcelain sink, this is not, it's plastic. And if you were to go with a dark color and splack it right down on the bottom, it's actually going to stain it, and then you're going to have to scrub it really bad. The white's not that bad. It's great to get the bulk of it off first, and then take your board eraser and sit there and be able to get that first layer on that main side. Then once that is all cleaned off, flip it, do the other side, rinse it, and you're good to go. Now, of course, having your shimmer on this, there's going to be shimmer on the sticky side of this, and you can see that purple sponge-looking thing down on the bottom. That's an Enviro sponge from Norwex. The scratchy side does not ruin the sticky side. It actually helps remove a lot of the shimmer part off of it. It's not 100%. It's not meant to, but it gets a lot of it off, especially when you have glitter, actual glitter. If some glitter got on that, it takes it off. The board eraser will not take it off. It just basically smushes it right into the stickiness. But having that scrubby part of the Norwex Enviro sponge works really, really good. Let's see.
Oh, look how pretty it is.
Yeah, Heidi's a hobbyist. Hi, Miss Allie. I think I already said that. There was a question I thought. Yeah, Jennifer. So if you want the 40% off, you definitely want to be a designer to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're going to put this off to the side. Our our shimmer does take a little bit longer to dry. And so we're just going to let it chillax over here. Okay, so here is where this cutie patootie is going to come in. So this is our April Club Couture transfer. Now, the only people who get Club Couture transfers are designers and Club Couture members.
All right.
So if you like this design, which I think is one of our, I think it's really cute. I don't know who Erin Hansen is. I need to look that up. But you can actually go join to be a Club Couture member right now. Or if you join as a designer, it will come in your starter kit. So I'm going to just cut all of these little white lines. I know some people don't cut their transfers. They do this fancy dancy where they like cut. It's weird. I don't do that because I just buy backer sheets. Okay, so what I am going to do is fuzz this. And we're going to do a bottom layer first and then the basic shapes. So these basic shape cutouts, the squares and circles, oh my gosh, I was planning this project thinking there is so much stuff we could do with this. The possibilities, Sean, they're endless.
They're endless. You're welcome, Janet.
Okay, so we are going to grab my LED pad. What did Janet say?
She says, mahalo for the first quarter gifts.
Oh, I hope you like it. It's definitely where my mindset is right now. Okay, and by the way, those are my favorite pens ever. I made Sean specially go find those. Okay, so I'm using a bright pad so I can see where this is. Because this is going to be, I want this to say, what if... How am I going to do this? What if I do it right there? What if I... And then this is going to go... What if I fall? Oh, but my darling... What if you fly? How do I want to do this? I don't really want... What do you think I should do? Do you think I should do a top, bottom, or should I try to do it around?
It's already kind of curved, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do this and then put this off to the side, or like on this here, or start that here. And...
Or we don't even have to have the Obama darling. We can just do what if. So maybe that's what I'll do. What do you think?
I think so.
So you can see right here where it's at, and then we can kind of put this here to see. That needs to come down a little because those letters are really close. So I love having an LED light pad for this reason. Let's see. What is that knocking? Them?
No, I think it's the hot water tank is heating up, so it's expanding.
Gotcha. Oops. Oh, well, I don't need it. I'm going to grab black velvet. And going to just hit the what if I fall. As Sean said, it doesn't take much. And because I'm not going to be cleaning this right away, it will more than likely stain my transfer, which, as I said earlier, is not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
So we got a good amount. We're going to lift it up. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Grab my quick dry tool. Okay, so then this will end up going right... Oh, that's perfect. Yay! Okay. Put this off to the side. Do not need the black. And now I'm going to grab this. Oops. Can I have you hold that, Shawnee?
You bet.
Thank you. Ugh. And I'm going to try my darndest to match that, which I think is going to be Dune. I think. Let's look at Dune, Sean. What do you think? Dune and a little bit of maybe Storm. Ooh, Storm goes really good.
Yeah, I think you should do Storm.
Okay.
Storm is looking good.
Storm is looking good in the neighborhood. Should we add a little shimmer gold to it? No? No. Sean's not feeling it, people. All right. So...
You do you, boo. You know.
What did you just say?
You do you, boo.
I can't with you. Did you really say boo?
Of course.
You're so funny, Sean. So we're going to get this just as much on there. It's going to come off just a little. We could probably go over a little bit more. How did I survive without this LED light pad to light stuff up? Ooh, right there. Those dogs. Yeah. Is that too much of the I
think it's good.
Okay.
It's probably there's two dogs behind us, so they bark a lot when they're back there.
I got a question today about it was actually someone that took some of my stash, and they reached out and said, hey, do you use your stuff and then sell it? And I said, no. And this has thrown people. So these are just temporary until we get the ones back from COVID. I guess the people that we normally get it through have been out. So these are just a temporary. Okay, I am going to cover up the top because I'll just be very careful.
There you go.
And I am going to add just, you can kind of see the gold. So I'm just going to do a little bit of gold. Just a scotch.
Nikki, that light pad is not from Amazon.
That one's from Cricut, and I could be wrong, but I don't think Cricut's making it anymore.
I don't think so either.
I haven't seen it even on Amazon. I haven't seen it really anywhere.
Welcome, Jennifer. Thank you. She just signed up.
Woohoo!
Jennifer Smith.
Yay! As club designer.
I think she decided to go designer.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You'll be getting an email from him.
Yeah. Okay, so don't have a heart attack that I'm putting my right back in the gold. That gold is pretty good to go. So I'm not worried about it. But I am going to grab just a little more gold in some areas.
Yeah. Nikki, you can find those light pads on Amazon.
They're like 12, 18, or 20 bucks. 12.
Yeah, they're cheap. It just depends on who you get and how big you get one.
And you don't really need the ones that have all of like the different, like I think the Cricut one has like 5 settings of lights. You don't need that. You really only need the one setting. Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, grab a little bit of black. We're going to give her props for her quote. I don't know who she is, if anyone knows.
Sheila thinks that she's from Australia.
Love it. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go clean this.
Okay, we'll go back to washing.
Okie dokie.
So on this one, you'll definitely want to get the bulk off first with the black. And like you said, it will stain your transfer, but it's not going to ruin it at all. Because the chalk paste comes right out of the screen.
Can you see that, Sean? That's what this new paste does.
Yeah, you can just barely point at it again. So there's that by.
What if I fall?
Yeah, you can't read, but it is there. That's because he didn't wash it all off. So if you don't wash the bulky part of that off and you just put it right on there and then do it, it gets right on there. A porcelain sink, not a big deal because you can't stain a porcelain sink with this stuff. But these kind of sinks, Melissa Garcia has got one, so she probably knows. The nice thing, Jennifer, is that the starter kits are always the first thing to go out. So it'll be, if you did it today, they'll probably get it out by tomorrow or the next day.
Yes, they will.
They're very quick on those.
Okay, let me pick up my mess here real quick, and then we're going to put this bad boy together.
A stainless steel sink would be really nice if you can afford one. But yeah, it won't stain on those either. A magic eraser will help take that off. Yes, absolutely. We have lots of them. Just for that very, very reason, to get all that stuff off that sink.
There we go. There was a flake of mica powder on there and it wouldn't come off.
So yeah, this is what we use, like just what Florence said. This stuff is awesome. Cleans your sinks. That plastic style sinks really well. It's also great to clean your squeegees too if they get a little stained on them.
So I do have a little, it's not a big one, but it's big enough to where I'm going to clean it. Near the T. I don't know if it's the wood or paste. So I'm just going to take, I use foaming Windex, ammonia free. And then I get, it's the wood. Okay. Well then.
Did Couture retire the mini polka dot transfer, or is it just house stock? Is there a mini one?
Yeah, it's the B size. I don't know if they retired it. If you're a designer, you can check in the back office under our product catalog and see if they did. It could just be out of stock. We are getting close to the Celebrations catalog, so it could be that they are, because that came out, gosh, 2 catalog cycles, I think. Mm-hmm. All right, fix this low. Even though no one will probably see the mistake, you know me. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn on my hot glue gun and grab the only thing I use my angle squeegee for. And then I'm grabbing this. I got this at Joann's, I think. And I'm just putting it right here to here, and we're going to staple it down so it's going to look very industrial. Ew, it's got pink on it. Oh well.
Janet says she got a stainless steel work sink from Costco for just under $100. Nice.
Ooh. I'm gonna have
Nice.
to look at that.
Yeah.
So what I do is I just use this purple tape to kind of hold it in place so I can really get it to the very end here. Hopefully that's not crooked. Is that crooked, John, or are we good?
Hold on 1 second.
I think we're good. Ah,
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, nice.
okay, so we're going to do the same thing on our other side. So, grab this. I love this twine, and it literally was, I want to say, not even joking, 18 cents. Because it was like the, you know, how they clearance out everything.
In the Navy, we call that small stuff.
What? This stuff?
Hmm?
Why would you call this small stuff?
Because it's not the big giant stuff that holds the ships to the piers. It's like, that stuff is like...
Wait, stuff holds the twine holds things to the pier? I didn't know that.
Rope.
Huh.
This is rope. But we call it small stuff because it's...
Try the small stuff. It's delicious. Okay, this one I need to trim just a scotch. And I know I have truck peeps out there saying, don't use your transfer trimmers. We only use those on transfer. I don't. I use them on everything.
So Erin Hansen is approximately 24-year-old poet from Australia. She was much younger when she wrote this, and it was part of a large poem.
Oh.
Or a larger poem.
I love it.
Yeah, so cool.
All right, so we got our twine added. There we go. Okay, move this out of the way. And now we are going to add our trim. Now trim, you can either hot glue it, you can super glue it. This trim, as Sean was saying earlier, is wood bend. So if we do not have the trim flat, we can add a little bit of heat to it. And I do need to get rid of that rope because it is in my way.
So Angela looked at the polka dots and they are retired.
I had no idea.
Thanks, Angela, for checking.
Sometimes I swear they like secretly retire stuff. Because sometimes I think it's like they go out of stock and they're like, okay, do we order more or just retire it? Okay, Rob. Oh, well, that's not going to work. Oh, well. All right, so I'm just going to use hot glue. I do have wood glue, but
This works.
it does.
Wood glue just takes a little longer to dry.
Okay. Make sure it's in the center, Shawnee. It is?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't measure anything, but it looks good.
Okay, let's get the other one down and we're going to trim that. What's one of the nice things about Wood Bend is all we have to do is heat it and we can trim those ends.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice idea, Jennifer. She would like to put a cancer ribbon in the middle of these wings and use it as
Oh,
a pretty
yeah, that
color
would
for
be
whatever cancer you want
gorgeous.
over there. Yeah.
Great idea. Oh, those dogs.
Well, they're behind this concrete wall.
Is that in the center, Shawnee? right. So all we have to do on this is I'm going to grab my craft knife, and I am just going to use the hot end of this. And we're going to cut it right there. Sean, that's dropping on the table.
What's dropping? Oh.
It doesn't take a lot to heat up, and then it's almost a, I don't want to say a Play-Doh consistency, but kind of is. How would you describe it?
Almost. If you used a hotter gun and got it super soft, it'd cut almost like Play-Doh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm just following the curve of the bend in the wood. Just be careful, because I'm using Cricut's, and they're actually, their knife is pretty legit. And you can keep these if you want. Ditch them, whatever. Just to let you know, this stuff will burn. So if you have one of the industrial type heat guns, which we have, the Wagner, you can use it, but if you've already painted it, it can burn and actually catch on fire.
Mm-hmm. For those who missed out, this is called Would You Bend? It's a product that was started by a gal in England. And it is a wood product, so we think it's kind of like a wood sawdust, and then placed in molds, and then obviously some kind of a glue to hold it in, and then once it's heated, it bends and twists and whatever. But it's really cool stuff. But once it's cold, it's hard like wood.
All right. Last but not least, I'm going to take this. We are now going to attach these. So we're going to do this a little bit off to the side because I want it to... What's wrong?
My Command 2 just does not want to work.
I'm sorry.
Actually, no, nothing wants to work.
Uh-oh. Is our live done then?
I'll have to do it that route. Nope.
Okay, Shawnee, is that in the center?
Absolutely.
All right. And then the last thing we're going to do is put this right there.
Yeah, sorry, somebody didn't quite hear what I said. It's called Would You Bend. You can find it on...
if you just search Would You Bend on YouTube, my video will come up. There's not too many people that play with it. Yeah. So, and then there's links in there. I can't give you the links during this live, but if you want to reach out to me or Sean, we'd be happy to send you. Just keep in mind that it is a little bit more on the spendy side, just because you have to buy like rolls of it or... Okay. What do you think?
Loving it. Ready?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
beauty.
My gosh, that's so good. Okay, sometimes I even impress myself. Not often. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way so Sean can get you guys an up-close version of that. So this is exactly what I wanted to go for. A lot of people are doing the wings and they're pretty and stuff, but I wanted something very antique with the feeling of, you know, these wings have been, you know, flying their whole life and they're afraid they're going to fall, but they're not. They're going to fly. Right?
I know. It's amazing. I love it.
I love it too.
Looks great. It's just beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. I love this. Love it so much. It's fantastic. Great job. That's really lovely.
Come here, please.
Yeah. She is being a little...
Hi guys. Hi babies. Hi baby pigs.
Why are you being so noisy, little girl? Usually you don't bark. Oh my goodness. Mr. Hades.
You want to say hi to everyone? Do you want to say hi to everyone, Mr. Hayes?
Oh, no. Pause on that.
Oh, he's
Hi,
so
Hades.
happy. Look at how much he looks like his daddy. You look so much like baby
I
Han.
know.
Whoa, he don't like that.
No, he doesn't like that at all.
Alright. Isn't that fun?
Gorgeous.
I love it. Look at that. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's project. I also hope you guys are happy we're going back to our old way of doing our lives. Not to say in the future we may try something else or something new. But we do still plan on going on Instagram and TikTok. So we're looking at a text service right now to where you guys will be able to give us our phone number or your phone number. We'll be able to send a text out. Sean's looking into pricing. The one we're looking at is like $800 a month, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah, no.
So,
I mean, if you were reaching, thousands upon thousands of people,
yeah.
maybe.
I wonder if the Couture Connect has an ability to do that.
I don't know.
I'll have to look into that. Maybe that would be a thing.
Will.
So yeah, so that would be something that we do. So we will be live tomorrow. Once again, right here. Tomorrow will be Sean's day. So we'll get excited to see what he makes. He's going to have to look in the catalog.
I will.
And stuff and see what he does. And he doesn't even have to think about dinner tonight because he got some new dinner meals from this place called, what is it called? Lean Dinner?
Lean Kitchen?
Lean Kitchen.
Lean
it was
Kitchen.
good, too.
It was very good.
So, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll get photos of this up tomorrow. Oh, my twine fell. Oh, well. I'll have to redo it.
Easy.
So, thanks for staying with us for the long haul and seeing how we created that. We will see you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions on Chalk Couture, reach out to myself, Sean, send us an email, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.